Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn's Taste Challenge. We have two American blended whiskeys. One introduced in 1888, the other one introduced 12 years ago in 2010. I thought it was older, but it isn't. Okay, so we have Kessler American blended whiskey, 80 proof. They're both 80 proof. Aged 2 long years. That's the straight whiskey. It's 27.5% straight whiskey, and it's 72.5% American grain neutral spirits, which are unaged raw. In Canada, they have to be aged 3 years, the grain spirits. But in the United States, they can be blended in raw. So there you go. All right. This is currently owned by Beam-Suntory, okay? They don't have a website listing for it anymore, but I bought this for $12.99 at Total Wine and More. Big jug bottle, 1,750 milliliters. That's a liter bottle. It's like, some stores sell a liter bottle. So it's a liter bottle plus a regular size 750 combined. All right. Bay Street Spirits, American whiskey, a blended American whiskey, crafted from a unique blend of 20% straight whiskey, and 80% grain neutral spirits. Fabulous. No age statement. So that means the straight whiskey in here has to be at least 4 years old. So we got a 4-year aged minimum versus a 2-year aged. This is produced and bottled in Florida. You don't see too many Florida whiskeys now, do you? There's the Cave in Florida where they age it, I guess. Florida does have caverns, believe it or not. We visited Florida caverns. In Marianna, Florida. This is from Auburndale, Florida. But Florida does have a distillery, and it has been there since 1943. And it used to be called Seagram's. I guess it was called Seagram's Florida Distillery, but that company went out of business, and now it's owned by Florida Caribbean Distillers. Well, they're not in the Caribbean, but they do rum. That's their main thing. And their big deal right now is their wine-based products, citrus wine, I think. Base products called you see them at all the stores. Can't remember the name. Anyway, this was at Total Wine and More, and it was $13.99. So $13.99 for a 4-year age, $12.99 for the 2-year aged. Is it going to be a $2 difference? I doubt it, but it might be. I don't know. We're going to find out right now. That's enough. You can smell it already. Whew. One good thing about these big bottles, they have a built-in pourer. And it compensates for the airflow and everything, so it pours so easy as opposed to the regular bottle where it'd be like glug 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 glug. These really pour nice and smooth. Okay. Daniel Sander. Admiral Nelson's rum is $12.99 everywhere. Oh, I've seen that rum around. It's made by Heaven Hill, I do believe. Poured a little too smoothly. Got to put a little bit more Kessler to even out, because sometimes you can, if you're doing it blind, you can feel the weight difference, and it's a tip off. And I want to guess this on a flavor, not on weight. One thing we'll notice, the Kessler is unusually dark. It's chestnut or copper. Now, does that mean they're adding caramel color? It could mean that. And in fact, it probably means that. On the other hand, I'm waiting for daylight to arrive. It could be because they're using straight bourbon, like, say, Jim Beam, 2-year aged, and that's bringing the color in. But I don't know, if it's only 27.5% Jim Beam bourbon, it seemed like it wouldn't be that dark. But Now, this one is unusual in the sense that it is very light. This is a straw color. Look at that. Look how light it is. That's what blended whiskey looks like when you don't add coloring. It's just pale. And that is the same appearance that the King Square had. Now, King Square was 27.5 straight whiskey. Now, also from Auburndale, Florida Caribbean Distillers. So if you really wanted to know what whiskey looked like without the coloring, that's what it would look like. You say that looks like corn whiskey. Yeah, well, think about it. It's 80% grain neutral spirits, which is invariably corn, unaged corn liquor. And then they're blending in probably 27.5% straight bourbon, which is mostly corn. So if it has wheat whiskey or malt whiskey or rye whiskey in it, it's a small percentage. Very small percentage. Less than 10%. I think it's called Capriccio, the wine drinkers, wine things, Capriccio, and they got all kind of fancy bottles. Yeah, that's it. It's popular. I've never really had one of those wine-based products, so I don't know. Now, I posted a video this morning for Wild Irish Rose Wild Grape, and you say, well, that's kind of a wine-based product. That one, yeah, but they describe it as grape wine with citrus spirits, artificial flavoring, and certified color. So it's not listed as a wine-based beverage. It's listed legally as a wine with those things. Now, does it come out much different? It's probably the same type thing. But when they do these listings, these disclosures, it's very definitive. It's a very definitive legal description. See, like I said in a previous videos, you cannot add flavoring to bourbon or color. But 10 High bourbon, and there's some others out there. I've seen them. There used to be a 10 High blended bourbon. There still might be. It's got Hiram Walker with his knee up, one of his feet cocked up, resting on the barrels. But the other one with the eagle says bourbon whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color. So see, they're saying, no, we're not a flavored bourbon. That's illegal. We're a bourbon with natural flavors and caramel color. I've never had that one, so I don't know. I don't know what that one is like. Probably basic. See it everywhere, though. This one has a peppery nose, almost like it's got rye in it. Isn't that strange? Whiskey-soaked oak wood, corn, rye, some nectar. This aroma is much more neutral. It's just like faint whiskey, faint wood, faint, and almost like lots of tap water. And the neutral aroma is making me think it's the Kessler. This I do not know, but I think it is. There's a lot of wood oak barrel. A lot. I'm not really tasting any nut oil like walnut oil, pecan oil, or almond oil, which it doesn't contain that, but it seemed to taste that way. A lot of corn grits, yes. Vanilla, yeah, a little. Nectar from a honeysuckle plant, a little of that. But all this wood, oak wood, not really charred oak, but it's making me think, but it is charred oak if it's 27.5%. Oh, I'm sorry. If it's 20% straight bourbon, then that would be coming from charred oak. Now you might say, but what if? What if the straight whiskey being used is straight corn whiskey, which has to be 80% corn at least, and has to be aged in either used charred oak barrels or new uncharred oak barrels? That's running pretty close to bourbon, isn't it? You say, well, wait a minute. If you took 80% corn and you aged it in a new charred oak barrel for 2 years, it would be straight bourbon. Right. But if you took 80% corn and you aged it for 2 years in an uncharred, I'm sorry, you could do that, or a used charred oak barrel, now it's straight corn whiskey. That's right. Corn whiskey is not a cousin of bourbon. Oh, no, no. No. It's a sibling of bourbon, a brother or a sister, not an identical twin, but a fraternal twin. A fraternal twin. Now, if they were using straight corn whiskey in this product instead of straight bourbon, would that and could that be the reason that it has such a pale appearance? Like it looks a lot like a mellow corn, but that's more yellow looking. That could be the key to the riddle right now at this particular time in the morning. There's certainly no rule or restriction against using straight corn whiskey in a blended whiskey. Doesn't matter. But the only rule is it has to be straight whiskey. Other than that, all bets are off. You know a product is inexpensive when you take a sip and it hurts. You know it ain't exactly top shelf. Ooh, my body, my body, my body, my body. No, and it's got that weird almond oil taste. I'm afraid this is the Kessler, and I know it's losing bad. It is the Bay Street Spirits introduced in 2010 worth the $2 extra? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Haha, knew it! I knew it! I knew it! Look at that pale color. Look at that straw appearance. That light yellow, like corn flour. Oh, that's what it looks like, corn flour. Nah, I feel better because I was saying the whole time, oh, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I can't taste this stuff right. Maybe I'm deficient in all that because of Kessler's history and everything. But no. Kessler has not been standing out. You know why? It doesn't stand out. But the Bay Street Spirit stands out. Even Jose Cuervo is locked up behind glass. Cheers, Ron, says Dr. Frosty Brute. Well, I saw Jose Cuervo for $500 and it was behind glass. It was the like 50-year age. Yeah. Kessler's long march through the institutions continues. Well, long march through the whiskey brands. Workers of the world shop price. Right. Shop price. When you finish doing that, shop price. But in this case, don't shop price. That rule does not apply this morning. Do not shop price in this case. Buy the Bay Street Spirits. It has a better flavor, has a more complex flavor, has a more interesting flavor, and it has a much woodier flavor, heavy oak barrel. Now, does it have a bourbon flavor? Well, honestly, it doesn't. You ever had mellow corn? That's strong. I don't like it. It's too strong. It's not that the taste is bad. The taste is fine. Mellow corn has a fine taste. Taste, no problem. It's the 100 proof bottle and bond. Oh, it's too strong. I can't stand it. You say you're not a man because you do not smoke the same cigarettes as me. And you are not a man because you don't like 100 proof bottle and bond whiskeys. Okay, fine. I'm just telling you right now, I rather 80 proof. That if that makes me weak, deficient, inferior, bad, corrupt, or any of those pejoratives, okay. Because I don't like it. I like the 80 proof. 80 proof. That's me. You said, I'm 100 proof. I'm a man. I'm 40. Okay, good, great. Havana's great. Drink it. 100 proof. Drink it all day. Drink 114 proof if you like. You know, go buy the old granddad 114 proof. Drink it. I've tried it. Is it good? Heck yeah, it's good. But I hate it. You say, well, how can you say it's good, but you hate it? I hate it for me personally. It's too strong. Anything over 80 proof, well, let me retract that. I can deal with some 90 proofs. I like some 90 proof whiskeys like Crown Royal Black. Okay. Yeah, great. Wonderful. Nice stuff. You get to 100 proof, it's like gagging. I hate it. Larceny is 92. That's pushing it. That's getting a little nasty for me. You know, I only drink for myself. Nah, you see, like you drink for you. I had somebody tell me Schlitz, that's a bad beer. I said, it's bad to you. It's nice to me. All right. So if I buy Schlitz, $10.99 or went up to $11.49, a 12 pack, and I like it, then it's good, right? If you like it, then it's good. We are not totalitarian on this channel. We recommend that people like what they drink, what they like. Try Jameson's for the first time yesterday. Pretty boozy. Jameson, I have a bottle unopened. First time I ever bought Jameson. I bought it at Total Wine. That's where I bought it. Total Wine and More. It was $19, $19.99, something like that. I only tried Jameson once in my whole life, and that was in 2016 when I was in Alabama visiting somebody. I liked it, but you know, I only had that much. So Jameson's coming into play very, 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 very soon. Probably after Easter starts, though, because of the hiatus that's coming up on March 2nd. But back to these. I'll tell you how that smells like corn syrup. Sweet corn and wood. Man, I bet you this is the only blended whiskey in America that uses corn, straight corn whiskey. I don't know if it does. You see what I'm saying? I assume it does. I don't really know that. Oh, but no, maybe King Square also. Hadn't seen that in a longest time. In fact, I only saw it once at Specs in Houston, the Houston area. Specs, big, huge liquor store chain, the hiatus. Yeah, giving up whiskey for Lent. E. Gordon. Which is, will survive. Bay Street. Now, last call for the Kessler. Now, I got one more taste challenge with Kessler, though. And it's going to be for Wednesday, but I might have to do Wednesday today. And you know what it's going to be? It's going to be so bad, you shouldn't even watch it. It's going to be Kessler versus Seagram 7 Crown. And it is going to get Kilderated. You think Kessler has a chance against Seagram 7 Crown? Well, let me tell you something. It doesn't have a chance. But that's where we're going to send you if it hair lips the governor. Mine is beer for Lent. I could give up beer for Lent. But I'm gonna be careful and use discretion. I'm gonna give up whiskey, any kind of liquor for Lent. Liquor. I didn't say liqueur. Now did I? I said liquor. I said Dwyer. Liqueurs are a different class of drink, and we'll still do the Fandango Friday, or we may have to schedule some Thunder and Thursdays due to college baseball considerations. Joe Biden's dentist said, I'm unaware of the philosophy behind Lent. Penance? Yeah, the philosophy behind Lent is a spirit of penance. It's a preparation for Easter. So what happened before Easter? Jesus was crucified, but he suffered first and was given the Roman torture treatment and crucified and everything. So does sacrificing things for Lent save a person? Is that say, well, do you at the end of your life say, oh, look at my little chart that I made. I sacrifice all these things for Lent. Now, I want a ticket and I'm coming in to heaven. No, that's not the philosophy. It's not Christian philosophy. Because Christian philosophy is you go to heaven because it's a gift. Grace, God's grace. Jesus died for our sins. Sacrificed himself, which was not, he didn't have to do that. He chose to do it. Okay, free will. God chose us. All right. Without the shedding of blood, there's no remission of sins, right? Now, so it's to get you in the correct spirit of repentance, sacrifice, and in a way, it's to help you be disciplined in your life. If you could give up whiskey for 46 days, maybe that will help train you to have better self-control, to avoid certain sinful situations, and to be a better person. So a lot of Protestants, which I used to be Protestant, I converted to Catholic 21 years ago, they will say, oh, you teach the wrong thing. That's not going to save you. You Catholics are crazy. That's not going to save you. Well, that's not what they teach. Okay, thanks for the education. You're welcome. Also a symbol of Jesus, 40 days in the desert. Right, 40 days in the desert, deprivation and temptation from the devil. And it's like you follow the example, okay? Now, if you have a gluttonous spirit, you're going to say, no, I'm going to that buffet. I'm going to eat my food. I'm going to drink my whiskey. I'm going to do my whatever I'm going to do because I'm saved by Jesus. I got saved when I was 13. I went down the aisle. I made a profession of faith. Okay, all that's nice, but you're having the wrong attitude. Now, the Israelis, the Hebrews, were in the desert for 40 years. Jesus was in the desert for 40 days. Lent lasts 40 days, approximately. So if you have the right spirit, then you might have the right outcome. If you have the wrong spirit, you may have the wrong outcome. Now, with Kessler, I think I got the wrong spirit. You know what I mean? The liquor. I was in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. I was on the right trip, but it must have been the wrong car. All right. Now, well, we have a guest star today as we close out. Kessler, you lose again. I'm sorry. I don't answer the Beam-Suntory. He said, what if they send you Japanese whiskey once a month for free? Then I'll answer the Beam-Suntory and you'll see a Beam video every day. They have never offered to do that. They will not offer to do that, and it will not happen. But if they start sending me Nikka from the barrel and Suntory Nikka, what is it called? You know, all them fancy Japanese whiskeys. Yeah, yeah, I could be bought. You know, everybody has a price. Mine isn't really that high. All right. There's only one little problem. Nobody's bought me out. You say Paul Honor sent you stuff. Yeah, Paul Honor sent me a lot of stuff, but I never asked for it, and I liked it already. Like I told Paul Honor, I said, I'm not just going to say it's an A because you sending it to me. And they say, yeah, but you already gave it an A. We watched the video. I said, oh, you got me. All right. See, they check people out. Then they send them the stuff, and it's a guaranteed. You know, it's like, well, these 10 guys love Paul Honor. Let's send it to them. And then they'll make reviews talking about how good it is, and they already like it as it is, as it, you know, as it stands. So it's like free advertising. Well, yeah, that's true. Now, Kessler ain't going to send me nothing because what I'm going to say, don't buy it. You know, I mean, you could buy it if you want, $12.99, $13.49, buy it. You know, if you want to taste almond oil or walnut oil and this weird flavor, go ahead. And it makes your body hurt when you, I mean, you hadn't lost anything. All right, now, here's the guest star. Come over here, liquor, because you like to lick as a bath. Come here. You were outside all night. Come here. In the cold. Now, say hello to the people. Well, give them a, yeah. Nothing. Nothing. All the noise off air. You're like a little toddler. You talk all day, and then you're in the grocery store and tell the people, say something, and they don't say nothing. All right. Anyway, also Ron's commercial for Kesslers. Don't buy it. Right. That's basically the way I feel about it. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching this video production, and get ready for the penultimate Kessler Taste Challenge, Kessler versus Seagram 7 Crown, which will be a catastrophe. Thanks for watching this video production.